Hello friends, welcome back to the video series in Oracle PL SQL programming. In this video, we will discuss on subqueries or nested queries or the inner queries. What happens in those cases where inner query exists? Inner query executes first and returns the result to outer query to execute the result. Such as when we want to find the employees who are earning more than a specific employee, we need to find the salary for that particular employee and would be treated as inner query. And based on the result of that inner query, we can find the name of the employees who are earning more than that result as the outer query. So there are practically two types of subqueries: single row subquery and multi-row subquery. Now, based on the number of rows or records returned by the inner query, we can classify the subqueries into these two particular subqueries. Single row subquery means inner query returning only a single row or record, but in the case of multi-row subquery, returning is more than one row or records. Let us check all these theoretical aspects in the practical way with the help of the SQL Plus. Now log into the Oracle database with the user system and the password is password throughout the video series, as you know. So now we are connected to the Oracle database. At first, work with the single row subquery. Let us check the table employee and at first set lines to 76 for the better view. Then select asterisk or star from employee. Now select any employee randomly. Suppose Rohit, employee ID 123. Rohit has the salary 25,008. So we can also check it with a query such as select first name, comma, salary from employee where first name is equal to within single quote the name Rohit, end of single quote and semicolon. So here we have Rohit with the salary 25,008. Now if we want to get the name of the employees who earn salaries greater than Rohit, we can use the subquery, and that would be a single row subquery. Let's check the subquery at first, and we are clearing the screen for better view. So here select first name, comma, salary from employee where salary is greater than, within parenthesis we have to write that particular statement. So here once again type where salary is greater than, within parenthesis select first name, comma, salary from employee where first name is equal to Rohit, and before semicolon end the parenthesis. So this one is the inner query. Press enter and there is something wrong, and that must be a wrong query, because here we are finding the output, that means select first name also from here on from the inner query. So that must be select first name comma salary from employee, where just here write down where salary greater than, within parenthesis select, just remove the first name, only the salary would be the output for the inner query, and end of parenthesis and the semicolon. Now press enter, and here we are getting the output flawlessly. Let us check another subquery, and here we choose an employee, suppose Saurabh. Let us check in which department Saurabh works, and for that select DPT ID from employee, where first name is equal to Saurabh, semicolon. Press enter. So Saurabh works in the department ID 50. Now if we want to get the list of employees who works in the same department where Saurabh works, so we have to type select first name comma DPT ID from employee, and here the inner query exists. That means where DPT ID would be, and the inner query select DPT ID from employee where first name is equal to Saurabh. That means, as we know that the department ID would be the 50, so here the query means where department ID is equal to 50. So press enter. So here we are getting the list of employees who works in the same department where Saurabh works as the output, and that is department ID 50. So the inner query execute at first and then the outer query executes. Now let us discuss about the multi-row subquery. Let us check about the salary for the salary whose first name is Kishore, and at first clear the screen for better view. So here type select salary from employee, where first name is equal to Kishore, end of single quote and semicolon. Here there are two employees with the same first name as Kishore. So we are getting output not a single row, there are multiple rows. So here if we want to get the list of employees whose salaries are greater than the salary whose name is Kishore, let's check what happens. So here we are typing select first name comma salary from employee, where salary greater than, and now the inner query and the parenthesis would be here. Press enter. So here the error occurs, the Oracle returns single row subquery returns more than one row. As usual, the error is justified enough as there are two employees with first name Kishore and with different salaries or same salaries. In that case, we can use the all keyword such as select first name comma salary from employee where salary greater than and write down here all. Select salary from employee where first name is equal to Kishore. Press enter. In that case, what happens? The query returns the list of employees whose salaries are greater than the salaries of all employees with first name Kishore, for such that we are getting the salary greater than 20,000. Now, for the selective output, for any Kishore, we can use the any keyword, such as at first clear the screen and select first name comma salary from employee where salary in place of all we are typing any. Select salary from employee where first name is equal to Kishore. So what happens here? As the two employees earn 10,000 and 20,000, the output is the list of employees who earn more than 10,000 and also more than 20,000. So you can check here the 18,000 is less than 20,000 but greater than 10,000. That means one Kishore is earning 10,000 at least. So this is how we can work with the single row subquery and also with the multi-row subquery.